Hi there, welcome to this week's V-Zine. My name's Becky from 168 Fitness. This week's topic is race day preparation, and it's quite appropriate as I've just come back from Lisa's final training session ahead of the Loughborough Half Marathon, which is taking place on Sunday. So these recommendations will help her, as I'm sure they'll help many others who are doing the race on Sunday. So I'm just going to go through a few pointers that are going to help you prepare in this week before the race. So training should all be done now, pretty much. Maybe just do a few easy runs this week, and I've given you the advice leading up to the race. So now it's just about preparing for actual on the day, on the race day. So what we're going to talk about first is what you should eat before the race. So obviously there's no right and wrong answer to this. I can only give my advice and what I know works for me and what I know works for my clients and other people. So my suggestion here, as some of you will already know, is I highly recommend having porridge before a long run, so like a half marathon or beyond. Because it really helps provide you with the slow release energy in the oats. I also like to put some banana on it, chopped banana, maybe even some chopped nuts and some honey as well. So you've got the slow release energy from the oats and the nuts, and then you've got the fast release energy from the honey and a little bit in the banana. So it really does help fuel you. You won't get hungry, you won't run out of energy if you have a nice sized breakfast before. And you're probably looking, the race starts at 9 o'clock, maybe 7 o'clock would be the latest that you'd have that breakfast. So you should be absolutely fine having it. But as I said, there's no right and wrong answer here. So what works for me and what works for other people may be two different things. So it would have been best if you could have experimented beforehand, perhaps before your long runs. But if you haven't done, just go with whatever you're comfortable with. Don't try to change anything on race day because you never know how it may end. So but I would highly recommend porridge. I think that's what helped me do as well as I did last year. So if you want to try and beat my time, then perhaps having the porridge would give you a good start. So, okay, next thing, do you need to warm up before a half marathon? So it depends really on how fast you're intending to do it. I think I did last year a 15-20 minute jog round beforehand, and obviously I led the warm up for the group, so it would be a good idea to perhaps follow the group warm up this year. It's not me leading it, but whoever is, they'll be able to get you warmed up. Obviously it's great to do a bit of a jog because that's specific to what you're actually just about to start doing, so going for a 5-10 minute jog as well would be good. But if you're just hoping to sort of get round the course and you're not really planning on setting off at a really speedy pace, then you perhaps don't need to. You can just build into it and gradually build up so you finish quicker. So don't worry about tiring yourself out and doing too many miles before you start, because that's going to obviously mean that you're perhaps a bit more tired before you begin the actual race. So you don't want that. But yeah, warming up the muscles would be good before you start, especially if it's a cold day as well. You don't want to be all stiff and cold muscles if you're going to sprint off at the start. Okay, finally, what pace should you set off at? Now, I just mentioned about starting off gradually and building up. Now, I really do advocate that start slow, build up and finish quicker than you started. So not necessarily slow, but all relevant to your pace. So say if you're aiming to do a sub 2 hour marathon, that works out about, half marathon, that works out sort of 9 minute miles, constant pace. But if you're not quite capable of doing constant pace, then I would recommend maybe starting out at sort of maybe 9:45 minute mile for the first 1, 2, 3 maybe, and then aim to be at 9 minute miles for the majority of the race, and then look to finish with sort of 8.5 minute mile pace so that you regain what you lost at the start. So aim to do the last 3 miles much quicker than your first 3 miles, and then that just helps you to build up gradually, so you get comfortable, warmed up, feel relaxed into the race, and then finish nice and strong. So on paper that works really well, and it is what I do when I race. I always start off slower, and when I train as well, my last few miles are always much quicker than my first few. So if you can do it, that is what I'd suggest. But equally, if you're used to running quite consistently at sort of the same pace throughout, then do that, and that should get you the time that you're after as well. So my little motto as well, just to finish with, is smile for the first mile. So you know when you do it, or you see on the TV for the London Marathon or something like that, when they all shoot off at the front and really quick, or any race, there's always those people at the front that start off really, really fast, and then before you know it, they're having to walk, or they're slowed right down, you overtake them. So it's a bit like the hare and the tortoise. So you don't want to go off really fast at the start knowing that you can't sustain it, and don't get too carried away, because there'll always be people at the front that go off really too quick. So just hold back and just be nice and comfortable. Like I say, smile for the first mile, so nice comfortable pace, and then just build into it, and you should end up having a really good race, finish nice and strong, have a little bit of energy left for the last sort of 2 to 3 miles, and be able to get a good time. So I hope my advice over the past few weeks has really helped you to prepare for races. So if you are doing the Loughborough Half Marathon this weekend, then good luck. And if you've got more races coming up, then do try and apply this advice that I've given you to those races as well. And if you've got any more questions ahead of any of the races, then just drop me an email and I'll happily answer those for you.